Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Lifestyle with Dr. Moby. I'm Dr. Moby, and today we are honored with great guest. Let's welcome Karen Oliver. How are you?
I'm doing great, everyone. How are you? Thanks for having me, Dr. Moby.
Thank you. So tell us about yourself, Karen.
Yeah, so I reside in the Carolinas, High Point, North Carolina, born and raised from small town, Reedsville, North Carolina. I actually support you guys. I support life coaching. We support purpose coaching, career coaching, health and nutrition coaching in a holistic way. I started coaching, excuse me, I started coaching around 2018, 2019, and I started going full blast last year during the pandemic. I've always been a inspirational speaker and someone that wanted to always educate the community and clients out there to live a better healthy lifestyle as well as mind, body, and soul. I have a story even behind my story behind the health disorder. I have an autoimmune disorder called rheumatism. We know that there's a lot of different types of rheumatism and rheumatoid arthritis, and so I had one of the forms of rheumatism, and ever since I was 13, I've always had problems with my joints, and it got severe as I got a little bit older. It got really severe in 2016, and that's when I really started taking charge. I didn't really take charge of my body. I didn't really eat the right things. I lost even you guys. I even some of my health declined even behind not taking care of my body and eating the right things. Like I had to go back and forth to the dentist. It was messing with, with my teeth. And then, in 2016, I had to, finally take charge. That's why I wanted to help and educate people on holistic health. Health and nutrition goes hand in hand because if you're not healthy in mind, you're not going to be healthy in body. And so I want to help people who have different types of disorders, as well as diabetes, rheumatism, whatever autoimmune disorder you have. I want to help you on the journey that I've also helped myself, and I'm still on this journey. So I've always been a person who liked to coach and who liked to speak, and I'm like, this is my purpose, and this is what I need to do, and this is when I formed WCD Coaching, and we just rebranded at the end of last year. So we went from Women Committed to Life to WCD Coaching. So I do support women through all walks of life, whether they're in entrepreneurship or just they need a mentor, they need to speak to someone about life or health. I'm there to help them out.
Okay. Okay. And I see that you have a lot of avenues where you are working on your online appointment with discovery call consultation. Then you do life coaching, you do health and nutrition coaching, and weight management. So you do that, and also you're doing a lot of podcasting too, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, congratulations on that. Great,
Thank you.
a great thing you are doing, and this is so important that we need literally army and a lot of people who believe in that and work like you yourself know that I think we have a lot of things against us, which is the food industry, the all other industries which really want all they want to do is sell their product,
Yes,
sell whatever to make money, but at the expense of health of millions of people, right?
correct, correct.
And that is sad because you and me, we both know that same stands for pharmaceutical industry. We're not against any industry, but we want to make sure that everybody knows their role. Okay. uh,
Exactly.
so I think you and me, we are not here to sell any products, but we are here to emphasize there are basic principles in everybody's knowledge. It should be knowledge, and general knowledge, and it should be emphasized that we have to pay attention to those, and there is no shortcut. right?
Exactly. There's no shortcut. There's a process, Dr. Moby. Like, there's a lot of things in our home
Mm,
that we didn't realize because I also educate on therapeutic essential oils. We have things that comes from the earth that we can use that we pretty much skip over. And like you said, we're not against, any type of pharmaceutical companies or anything like that, because we do understand that there are a lot of us that have to take certain medications, but you can't prevent yourself from taking further medication or extensive medication if we
mm,
just know our body and know what to put inside, our body. As for me, I haven't had a flare up in a while. I had one flare up probably about a couple months ago. And I was like, wow, I had been doing so good. But sometimes you do have those little setbacks. But I ate something and it triggered it.
mm,
And that's why I kind of teach people too that you can still have what you love, but you just got to know how much of it to have and if it needs to be taken out. Don't go so cold turkey, but take your time on implementing the things that's going to help your body. And then you got to have a mindset. Your mind has got to be healthy in a way of saying, this is what I'm going to do today. I'm going to discipline myself today, because if you don't never start anywhere and then you want, say
mm,
you make a mistake and you do have something that you're not supposed to have, it is okay. Go back and get on track, because you don't want to continue to take a lot of pump yourself up with a lot of chemicals that's not good for your body.
mm. And that is so true. A lot of things, people don't know and they take it. So, the amount of anything is the most important thing. So a lot of people, they don't emphasize or they don't know that is that the amount even for medication. So any medication, the difference between medication and poison is the amount always.
Exactly.
So same thing can become very poisonous for you if your body doesn't know how to handle it or your body doesn't need it, right? Because your
Correct.
body does, so people kind of, I think they kind of, those lines, they don't realize that. So, I have a lot of people, they are into, oh, I'm going to eat a lot of protein and I'll be fine. Well,
Mm-hmm.
not really, because if you don't know or your body doesn't know how to process all that, or your body doesn't use it and you're sitting all the time, then guess what will happen? That will also change into, fat and also cause your body, kind of problems, a lot of
Exactly.
problems. And so, same, so first rule is always to make sure kind of eat appropriately to your body. That's the basic rule. Okay.
Correct.
If you are walking a lot, if you are doing a lot of exercise, very
Mm-hmm.
good, then you do justify that, right?
Yes, I do. Justified to
Yeah.
work out. Don't start off if you haven't worked out in a long time. You can't push yourself too hard because you don't want to break down your body too fast. But you want to start off with 2 days. Start off with 2 days, 15 minutes. Work
Yeah.
yourself up. Work yourself up into increments to where you can take. But when you keep moving your muscles and everything, you'll be able to see the progress. The pain will start. Decreasing the pain that you have in your body, depending on what condition that you have. You'll see the results because you'll be feeling good. You'll be feeling more energized because you're putting the right things in your body, and you're
Mm.
also working those muscles. You're getting it, whether that's just walking, you know,
Yeah.
or doing a little bit. Yoga is good for the mind, for meditation. It's good for digestive um, systems or whatnot. So you can take a little bit of 5 minutes here, 5 minutes yoga, uh, 10 minutes or 15 minutes walking, just starting off as a process, but you will see the results. I mean, I can just testify myself that I've seen the results to where I have not, had severe inflammation or severe pain just from implementing those exercise routines.
Mhm. Okay, so yeah, it is very important that we. So let's promote a little bit of those, little bit understanding of, and then there are food, of course, which
Yes.
are more beneficial versus. So one of the process people don't know, or they know, we emphasize that is, the insulin and those food which actually cause a lot of consumption of insulin from your body. So insulin is hormone which promotes your sugars, especially glucose,
Yes.
moving into the cells. And then also it causes, so a lot of body cells are dependent on insulin, except your brain and muscle cells.
Hmm.
So those need that. So as soon as we eat, and there are food goes from stomach into your bloodstream, and then in once it get absorbed, that glucose has to enter the cells, and that needs insulin.
Yes.
So those are the ones where, so there are certain foods which increase your insulin demand, and it needs, those will be the sugars, those will be the what we call high glycemic index. That's the percentage of your insulin needed to, or the sugar goes up with that.
Yes.
So if we eat something and your sugar goes to 500 or 200, then that is the amount, the time it takes, that matters. So those, what are those foods? Those are the one with the refined carbs, we call them, and those are would be those bread, uh, pasta, rice.
Yes.
So those, I know, all comfort foods, right?
Yes.
All those which we love. So
Yes. That tastes so good.
that tastes so good, and then there is a reason, because they actually um, takes lot, needs actually a lot of insulin, but also on the other hand, they actually, people feel good about it, so they eat, they feel happy, happy, happy.
Yes.
But the problem with them is, and the question is always, do they really make a difference in the brain, and is there a, they trigger the those center reward centers? Yes, there is thing called addiction, food addiction, or carb
Yes.
addiction and carb craving. Yes, there is, this, it stimulates the reward center, but at the expense that we, and why is that happening? Because they put artificial sugars.
Yes.
It
Hmm.
was not going to happen if it was real. So they put too much fructose, too much artificial preservatives or things, and that is causing the problem. So, uh, originally people didn't have that. There was no problem. Gluten is another thing. So those food tend to actually cause a lot of problem for human body, because our body is not trained to handle those, right?
Exactly. Right.
And I think those actually cause problems with not only insulin, but also it will cause other problem. Gluten sensitivity is another thing. So those preservatives, chemicals being used, and that is, and then of course we talk about, people are just, they have actually condensed the calories. So a
Yes.
small piece of food will contain hundreds of calories. I mean, the bagel is a perfect example. So if you eat a bagel, then you suddenly get rush of these calories, and your sugars, and your body doesn't know what to do, you know,
Correct.
because
Correct.
it is made for very gentle kind of approach here. And I see that a lot of people tell me, after I eat food like that, I feel sleepy. Well,
Exactly. Yeah.
the problem is that we have limited blood, which is
Mm.
about 5 liter, and then the blood has to feed all the essential organs as well as all other organs. So the, heart, and so if we are going to eat a big meal, then the whole blood will go straight to, or divert most of the resources to stomach. And
Hmm.
because the food, there's no other way it can enter blood without blood being there, right?
Right.
So the
Hey.
Yeah, so those are definitely, making a big. I think people don't realize that.
Yeah, yeah, and you see the difference when you're not sluggish. You know, like you said, when you get so sleepy, when you eat so many of these starches and these pastas, and you begin to get sluggish, and you're wondering what's wrong with me. Why am I feeling fatigue, or why am I feeling weak? Because, like you said, it's not, you know, the body does it. You know, it's had too much. Like it doesn't know what to do. But then when you start putting the right nutrients in your body, you have more energy and you feel good. You don't feel so sluggish.
Yeah. So and then so we eat less than at a time, then
Hmm.
your body has a better chance of handling that. Same if the sugars are slowly absorbed, low glycemic index food, then the body tends to actually respond gentler, and those which will need less insulin will be much better. So same token, uh, um, so those definitely that make a difference.
Correct.
So I give example of apple always, and apple is a great food.
Yes,
But if you squeeze the juice out of it, throw the covering of it, uh, um, then guess what will happen? This, you know, next thing will happen is the sugars content is increased.
exactly.
So people, and it is funny. A lot of nowadays kids, when I say, "Oh, did you eat apple or did you eat this fruit?" They show me the package. The small package. Oh,
Yeah.
this is my apple. This is my this fruit. This. I said, what kind of fruit is that? No, no. You need to see the real apple. That's not the real fruit. Okay, so yeah, it has the taste. Sure, it has a lot of calories. Yes, it has a lot of starches. Absolutely. So the apple, the skin is a lot of fiber. Inside is a lot of fiber. All that. So it is perfect if you eat it because it causes your sugar to gradually um, go by. So that definitely helps. But the
Yes,
problem happens is once we do those other things, then takes a toll on all of that. So those are the basic understanding, and I think that's where people go wrong. So
exactly.
basic concepts. These are I mean, lot of people will come and tell me, oh, I want to lose this much in this much time. But I said, well, the lifestyle, by definition, it has to be on your life, not 1 month style.
That's
It's
right.
not. It's not a 2 month thing. It's not basic. Short. So, do you have a lot of clients express all these, or what do you find mostly
I
challenging?
think I think I find more of like you just expressed, Dr. Moby, of I want to lose this much weight in by my wedding date, or by I got to lose this much weight in 2 months. But we need to understand that it's a process. So the amount of time that it took you to get the weight on you is going to be the amount of time to take you to get it off, and it's
Mhm.
going to be a process. But you got to stick to the plan. And most time, I think a lot of people, they don't want to kind of stick to the plans because it's kind of strict. In between it, they don't want to, just be like, well, I really want to keep eating this, or I really want to have this. But if you have a goal to reach, and say not just a goal, but you want to reach healthy goals, because you
Mhm.
could be dealing with something in your bodies that you don't even really know of, or you might be aware, but you want to make sure that you stick to the goal. You want to make sure you stick to the nutrition plan so you can reach the goal. But it's not going to happen. I tell everybody it's not going to happen overnight. I'm still on this journey, even myself. And I've seen the progress. That's because I stuck with it, and I'm sticking with it for healthy reasons. Also, for other reasons. So you get like a double win-win, but you got to tell yourself, you got to accept yourself the way you are, and you got to take the steps, the necessary steps to get to where you're going, but it's not going to happen overnight.
Mhm. Okay, yeah, so those are definitely, making a difference for somebody, when we talk about. So I think more awareness people have, the more awareness they will find. There are a lot of, unfortunately, people out there, they want to make money in names of this, lifestyle. We are not against anyone, but we just want to emphasize what are the basic concepts. Can you
Exactly.
lose without joining an expensive gym or expensive equipment? Absolutely, absolutely. You know,
Right. Correct.
uh, so there I had a few patients. They paid what 3 grand to lose 10 pounds.
Whew. Wow. That's a lot.
That's yeah, that's a lot.
And people get observed. I'm glad that you said that, Dr. Mo, because we have a lot of people out there that's promoting, like you said, 3 grand up to 6 grand, or if you stick with me, and you pay me this much money, um, you'll be down this many pounds in a month. You got to watch out for stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. And then and there are, of course, unfortunately, also some people use surgery or medication to lose weight,
Mhm.
and that's fine. That's an approach, we are not against it, but you have to know that the basic concept does not change. Even if you use medication, or even if you use surgery to lose weight, that's just a quick fix only.
Exactly.
And after that, what will be the main plan? That is not the main plan. Okay, so that's where people have to understand that, because the lifestyle has to be the main plan. It can be surgery, it can be medication. Yes, there are avenues.
Yes.
Absolutely, you get, but do you rather learn the plan or and follow that? And a lot of people, and then they say, "Oh, I'm gonna get surgery and I'm gonna be eating less." And I'll say, "Why don't you try that before that?"
Exactly.
I mean, why don't you have that diet which they're gonna feed you after surgery? Imagine you already have a surgery. Just try that for a month and see how your life will be, and
Exactly.
and then what will be the next. So that's where I think, So the problem is not in the stomach. The problem is up here.
Yeah.
So our brain is very fascinating that it learns both good and bad ways pretty fast. And if we channelize it correctly, and then that definitely helps. So tell me also about some of the, you were talking about some of the approaches you use. You showed them some yoga, some exercise tips, and so on.
Yes, we have yoga exercises, and the regimen that we use in the program is a 3 day
Mm.
workout.
Okay.
Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, and then the second program is when we increase it. So the qualifications is, you know implementing yoga for the mind, because again, like we just said, Dr. Moby, you got to be healthy in mind. So we use yoga for a lot of things, like I said, digestive system,
Uh-huh.
anxiety, depression. So you're getting a double win, like I said, because you're working out your body, you're working out your muscles, and you're also working out the mind and the things that, because we go through a lot of things throughout the day, men and women, and we can't take on everything. We can't take on the whole world. You need to just relax your body. But while you're relaxing your body, you're also moving your muscles or whatever. So it's a 3 day
Mm.
workout, and it's 30 minutes. So 3 days for 30 minutes. And we have yoga exercise, or also walking 2.5 miles 4 days a week, just to get your heart pumping, your energy pumping. And then the next phase is a different program where we can increase it when you're good with the first program. So I started implementing yoga about a year ago. I started studying on it, and I know a lot of people use yoga for different things, but I use it for, I just use it for, healthy, holistic health approaches.
Hmm.
And so I know a lot of people like to go and do a lot of cardio and everything, but I want people to understand that you can feel good and lose weight. You don't have to work out 2 hours or 3 hours in one day and think that's going to do the trick. And I'm going to lose weight within a month if I just do 3 hours. No, you're going to burn yourself out and you're going to hurt yourself. So you have to start off where you are.
And that is so true, that we want to make sure they know both, limits of everything. And so I think I'm so glad that you are working on all these projects and helping a lot of clients. So,
Thank you.
with that, any final tips and final thoughts would you have for our audience?
Yes, I just want to encourage everyone that's listening that if you're unsure about how you need to start your health journey, or you're unsure about how to, just connect with your mind and be like, I just want my mind to connect with my body so I can do the right thing. I encourage you, to reach out, send an email, but I encourage you to just brainstorm. Take your time, brainstorm, write down the things that you need to do, and that you need to cut out, and things that you want to do better. And I encourage you to talk to someone, and whether you're reaching out to WCD Coaching or someone else, I want you to have a plan. You got to have a plan, but I don't want you. We have a lot of sources out there on the internet, so you're saying, "Oh, I have this program," and just like we just got through talking about, beware of all jumping into a lot of information. You want to research information before you jump into it, because only you know your body.
And that is so true. And also, this is not about shaming anybody for weight and so forth. It's about realizing your body, know your body,
Correct.
and one approach might not work for everybody. You know your body and just work with your body. That's
Yes.
that's the only message we give. It's not about fat shaming anyone, or telling anyone this and that. It's just,
Exactly.
if you help your body, you will be you will be much better, you performing it, and your
Yes.
body is going, you will live longer, you will stay away from medication,
Yes.
and you will enjoy this beautiful life. Take care and enjoy.
Indeed. Bye bye, everyone.